Welcome back to PwnageTV's The Smoke Show. This week we're going to take a look at the map Cache, 10 T-sided smokes that everybody should know for competitive play as usual. Again, we are taking feedback from our viewers. Last week we had John say he'd like to see some easier smokes that rely on actual points and some easier smokes to throw for people that have different screen resolutions and don't have to play around with smokes, and then they should work on 128 tick and also 64 tick servers. So first one we're going to start off with is our T mid. So we're going to throw it from T spawn and it's going to land right in there. It's going to land a lot better than that, but we're going to let that one fade out a little bit, but we're going to use the third line from the right. So 1, 2, and 3, and as you can see there's already a bullet hole there. That's where we're going to jump at. But where we're going to aim is actually, there's this 4-panel window here. Aim at the top center, right there where the bullet holes are. And again, as you run, you got to make sure you pull your crosshair up to stay focused on there. So it's going to be a running jump smoke right when you get to the bullet. And it doesn't have to be exact. It's usually always going to bounce into a solid position. So next up, we're going to take a look at another one from T-spawn. We're going to use the 6th line over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's actually going to be a white box smoke on mid. So again, bullet holes are in the middle, but what we're going to do is take this at an angle. Same location we were aiming at before, right at the top center of that window, using the 6th line and the bullet in the middle as your jumping point.
Throwing smoke.
I might have hit no clip a little early on that one, but it should always land about the same like that. So this doesn't prevent your upper white box area from being utilized, but it does prevent lower. So some people choose to use that one, some don't. Again, these are all smokes that you can pick and choose which ones you want to use with your team. And then again, we always have more smokes to show you. So next up, we're going to show you a B connector smoke. Usually a lot of people will bounce it off this wall, you know, get the bouncing smoke and pray to God it lands right there. But again, that means you have to have control of this upper area. So you'd have to have control of checkers and box if you want to throw that, or do a running with your smoke out type of throw. But what we are going to do is, again, you're just going to be in the sunroom area. Just jump up on this ledge. Make sure your window's blowing out. We're going to be aiming right up here. So again, we're going to aim at this little piece, this little bolt sticking out right there, but we're going to aim a little bit to the right of it. And again, just run over here, put yourself in that spot, aim at that piece a little bit to the right. Simple click throw. Good bounce right in there. Bam. We're going to take a look at one last B smoke over here. Which we're going to do is actually line yourself up just with the corner of this wood. It doesn't matter. And then we're looking at the 3rd line over. So 1, 2, and 3. And we're just going to aim at the top. And then we're going to release once we get to this corner. So again, pull your nade back.
Laying down smoke.
Should give you a perfect cross smoke, so you can do what you need to do. 1, clear box, 2, clear corner, and then clear the rest of checkers. Again, if you combine this with the other 2 smokes you learned, now you've got a nice little entryway to the site. You can get your picks, and again, use mollies and your flashbangs in coordination with this from sunroom, and you're good to go. Off next to site A. The first one we're going to look at on A is going to be a highway smoke. You're just going to jump crouch onto this little ledge here and shove your body into this corner. When you turn around, we're going to use 2 things for references. One is going to be this little smokestack, and then again the rain gutter. There's little lines on it, or I should say this is the bottom of the roof, but we're going to be looking at this line right here. Again, so I'll shoot it once we get back here. Put yourself in the corner, you're aiming at that, and then once you get to the height of the smokestack, you're just going to go a little bit higher,
Laying down smoke.
and then you should get a long bouncing smoke right into highway. There you go. This will smoke off barrels as well as highway. The only thing it leaves open is actually going to be your railway, sidewalk, whatever you guys want to call it. Lots of different names for it. But we'll show you how to smoke that next. For 2 more smokes on A, we're going to throw them from the squeaky entry area, and we're going to smoke the railing area, which you'll combine with your barrels / highway smoke. And then we're also going to smoke white box. They're going to be thrown from the same area. The first one, we're actually going to put ourselves up in the left corner, again, all the way in the corner. And then you just look straight up on the 1, 2, and 3rd. The 3rd railing here, just aim right at the end and left click. That's going to get us our balcony smoke right on the end there. Again, that's a common place to play, top of ladder. That'll cover all of that from the same area, but the right side of this E-box here actually. So you can see you get stuck here. If you hit your left arrow, you can slide over it and get stuck in the other area. You want to be stuck in the first section here. And then we're looking at the same fixture, but we're going to go 5.5 lines down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then halfway through. And on the outermost piece to your left, simple left click. Smoke's going to give you white box. It bounces right off that tank. Right there. So that'll cover truck and most of white box. They can still play white box, but most people won't because of the smoke. If anything, they'll hide in it and wait for it to dissipate. The last one on A site today is going to be from T-spawn area. We're actually going to butt ourselves up against the first corner here. Then we're going to look at the tallest smokestack and put your crosshairs on the right side, and we're just going to go up to right here. And the way I measure this is it's halfway in between the height of the 2 lamps. So halfway is right here. So right side to halfway. And it is a jump throw smoke. So 3, 2, 1, jump throw. Should land and hit the corner of this tank here. And then you've got your perfect smoke for crossing into sight here. Alright guys, for the last one we're actually going to take a look at a B smoke, throwing a smoke into heaven because a lot of people were asking about it. This one was shown to me by C. Von Blood on YouTube. It's actually youtube.com/CVonBlood. What we're going to do is just head into B entryway here, and there's a little ledge that not many people know about because it blends in, but if you just crouch right onto it, and again we are crouching, and then we're aiming, the sunlight actually makes a shadow here of an X, just aim right in the middle of that X. Click and crouch walk forward. Well, if you don't mess it up, that's what'll happen. So again, aim there and wait until your mouse actually gets through, and it'll get you a smoke right up on top there. That's going to be it for today. Again, my name's Dustin. This is PwnageTV's The Smoke Show. We're going to do 10 smokes every week on one of the competitive maps. Please make sure you comment and subscribe so that we can improve our show weekly to make it more useful for you guys. Thanks again. Bye-bye.